Hello everyone, welcome to Paul Hiley here. Hope you're all doing well. Obviously last video was a week ago when I did the little mock comp, which felt really good, felt really well. I was really pleased with how everything went through. Didn't fail on anything, which was the main aspect of it. Excuse the hat, I'm not going to lie, it is cold at the moment. Now a lot of people would say just chuck your heating on, don't be so tight, but I'll be going to pick the kids up in about half hour, so it just seems a bit pointless. By the time the heating's warmed up the house, I may as well go. I'll be turning it off. So I just thought I'll chuck my hat on my head, so where the majority of the heat escapes. Right, so today marked day one of the new program which I have started. I haven't thought of a name for it yet. I'll think of something, quirky or something. But, yes, the gap between the last the last program I was running, which was a conjugate program, talk about that at a later date. Then, of course, I had the mock comp, and then I had some rest from that, because I was still fighting that little chesty cough thing. But today, we're going to talk about deloads. Now, if I was going to get posh, if I was being marked points on it, how would I describe a deload? A reduction in the volume, weight, and intensity of weight-resisted exercises. And in plain English and layman's terms, it's a break from training. It's a reduction in the training. There's different types of deloads. People deload different ways. A lot of times it depends how long your programs last. Some people, what I often tend to do, if I'm fighting fit for it, I run my programs 12 weeks ago as the most. Anyway, that's got nothing to do with anything. So an example would be for myself. I'll run a program for 12 weeks, and then I will take a week where it depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling crook, I just won't train for the week. If I'm still feeling pretty chipper and keen, I will, but it will be reduced. The volume will be reduced, the frequency will be reduced, the intensity will be reduced. I'll still be training, but at a lower level in terms of intensity. Why do people deload? Because your body is only going to be able to cope with X amount of weight till it reaches, do you reach the point where it's like, okay, can't lift any heavier. I cannot deadlift any heavier than I am currently deadlifting. What should I do? Should I just keep at this base level? Just stick with this weight and accept the fact I will never lift anything heavier? Or shall I take it back? Or shall I just jump into a next training program? So let's say, for example, you follow the Ho-Ho Heavy program that I've got currently for sale, £5, www.paulhiley.list.co.uk. Pick it up in a minute. So let's say you run the Ho-Ho Heavy program into the wall, and then you do a test week. That's where you would test the maximum weight you can lift for one rep on a squat, a deadlift, a bench, or an overhead press. If you were looking at following strength, overall strength, as your main goal. Then, what would you do from then? Well, then you're not going to say, okay, so my one rep max is this, so I'll just see how many reps I can do for this. Because you'll be doing the same exercise for the same weight for weeks until maybe you are able to increase the weight you are lifting. Obviously, this is counterproductive. You want to be able to progress. And often what we have to do if we're lifting with weights and stuff, if we want to progress, we do have to take a step back, assess weak points and technique and your form, and see if there's anything that's weakening with your deadlift. Let's say you can get it off the ground but you can't lock it out. So there's obviously a weakness in the upper muscle area which holds you out for your lockout. So maybe your lats or your traps, they're the weak point because they can't take the weight. You can't bring your lats. Say you can't bring your lats back because they kill out halfway through. Something switches off halfway through. Obviously, quite often the more predominant cases, let's say you just can't hitch it off the floor. You get the weight to the maybe like shin, just above your shins, and then it's like, no, this isn't getting off the floor. That could be a weakness in your posterior chain, possibly your hamstrings, maybe your glutes. Could also be a quad issue with your quadriceps. So the advantage of taking that deload week is your body gets to rest. You have to think about the trinity of training: eat, sleep, rest. Eat, rest, train, repeat. Your body will only get so far. Your CNS, your central nervous system, will only get so far when you essentially peak. And maybe you think, oh, I can lift heavier than this, I can do this, I can do this. How do I get any heavier? You get heavier by addressing every issue of your body physically. You often see people record themselves. You record yourself doing your exercises. Record your deadlifts at the side and see, is the bar floating out too far? Are my hips too low when I go to actually initialise the lift? Stuff like this. So this is why people will do deloads. Now, I'd say depend on how your body feels at the end of your programs. So let's say it's a 12-week program. At the end of that 12-week program, you've tested yourself out on your 1 rep, on your big 4 lifts for the 1 rep maxes, and after that, maybe your body just feels like, go away. That is it. No more. Don't be a hero about it and push yourself further. Sometimes your body might just say, do you know what? You need a break. You just need a break. Your muscles want to take a holiday, you know. Failing that, carry on training. Carry on training. Just lighten the load. If you lighten your load, that gives you a chance to focus on every initial point of the lift. Every technique used in all the tips for the lift. Is your foot in the right position? Are your arms at the right width? Is your breathing, are you breathing properly before the lifts, after the lifts? Are you holding the breath at the right moment? Are you exhaling from the exercise too soon? These are the things you have to look at. That's it. That's essentially what a deload is. I said I was going to try and keep my videos a bit shorter, unless obviously I've got like countless information to chuck in. But yeah, for now we'll keep this one nice and basic, because I don't think there needs to there's not really much more to be said. A deload is reducing the load you are lifting. And it is important because it will help you grow in the long run. So yeah, there you go. Deload, reduction in the weight, reduction in the volume, reduction in the intensity, reduction in the frequency, sometimes, in what you are lifting. Now, you don't have to reduce all of that. You could literally just reduce the volume. Still have the same level of intensity, but you have dropped the volume by, I don't know, 40%, 50%, something like that. And continue to practice your compound exercises, your big four. And just use that week to lessen the weight. Focus on the technique, and focus on any of the weak points. Sometimes people will know that, I've got really weak biceps. Focus on something which is going to help increase the strength in the biceps. There you go. Right, so there we go. That's the deload. That's the deload, what a deload is, what a deload does. Future videos, they are going to be forthcoming. Now the plan is to keep it to at least one video every week. Some weeks there may be more, some weeks there may be less. I do have a couple of other channels going on at the moment. One in terms of music, one is a gaming channel I do with my kids, called Dad Does Gaming. So any gamers there want to see me make a bit of a numpty out of myself, trying to learn how to do these blooming games, flip on to that. If not, that's absolutely fine. We'll just stick strong together. Check on the website, www.paulhiley.lifts.co.uk. Go over onto Facebook, Paul Hiley Lifts. Go over onto Instagram, with Paul Hiley Lifts. And there is all the other information that you can find about me. Obviously, the most you'll probably find out is on the website. If you are interested in making this your year. Now, yeah, of course, it's a cliche. In January, it's everyone's year. Everyone's year. They're all going to make it this year. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. And yeah, let's be perfectly honest. The brutal truth is, come February, mid-March, a lot of people have maybe just gone back to doing whatever. Because, hang on. Nice cup of tea. The fact of the matter is, fitness is not easy. I think this is something that's often never addressed, because people are probably going to think I'm not going to get that many sales if I tell people the truth. And that can be the case. That can be the case. Because people will see fitness as a quick result. It is not. It's not a quick result. Yeah, you'll get if you've got no experience, or extremely low experience in terms of physical exercise, you will find you get the, as they call, newbie gains quite, not easy, but quite quicker than you'd expect. Certainly in terms of the weight you are lifting, because you'll be starting light, because it's a new thing, it's not safe to start heavy, and your body will adapt to it. But come 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, that's when it's going to start being like, all right, this is hard now. No one said it was going to be hard work. People just said, oh, do this, I'll get you this. 6 weeks, 6-pack, all of this rubbish. I'm sorry. The truth, it's hard work, ladies and gentlemen. It is hard work. Like I said, eat, rest, train, repeat. And it can mean you have to chuck in a few sacrifices to get that there. And those sacrifices could be something as simple as, I want to get my training done early. I want to get it done. I want to get it out of the way. Well, then you've got to be up about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Have fun. I want to train in the evening. Okay. Social life. Takes a diver. Because it's got to. So you really, diet, that can be that's one of the main, that's one of the bigger ones for a lot of people, Some people have still got their hamper half full of chocolates and biscuits and crisps. And they're now going to, chuck all that away and start their new big health kick diet. So yeah. But if you really want to get fit, if you really want to get strong, get fit, lose weight, improve your confidence, or gain confidence, go over to www.paulheidelifts.co.uk. Right? It can be done. Of course, I'm not the only person who can help you get there. But I'm certainly the only person I'm going to be selling to get you there. So, I hope you're all enjoying your New Year's so far. If you have started up a fitness routine or a program, all power to you. If you're planning on doing it, like I said, sit yourself down, look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself honestly if you can do it. Because if you can, then do it. If you doubt yourself, do it. And if you feel like you're going to kill off, if you feel like you can't keep carrying on, contact me. www.paulheidelifts.co.uk. And, any advice I can give, I'll help you out. Maybe we can get together, we can arrange something. I just meant get together on, via email. I do have a day job, unfortunately. Right, well there we go. Yeah, that's the lot. So that's the briefest example of what a deload is for you. Next video I'm probably going to do, I'm going to be talking about breathing and bracing. Mainly breathing, but also in terms of heavy lifting, bracing. Now I know there's probably hundreds of fitness-based YouTubers all telling you the same thing, and here is the thing. There is no big magic secret that anyone is keeping from anyone else. It can all be learnt. You can find books with all the information we're giving you. So it's all out there. So I'm going to give you a video. Next video is going to be on breathing and bracing. And if you're impatient and want to know about breathing and bracing now, just come onto YouTube and type in breathing and bracing and you'll get hundreds of examples of videos. Right. Well, the time is ticking on and I have got to go and pick up my cherubs from school. Right. So I'll leave you as I always do. Keep strong. Keep happy, keep healthy, and I'll see you again. Ta-da!